hope we're live anyway. Otherwise, that was a lot of excitement for nothing.
It was
a lot of excitement for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my caffeine to kick in. Chronicles of the Coast, weekly Dungeons and Dragons podcast stream. Yay, everybody. What are you doing?
The robot? Have you never heard of it?
being 6 feet away.
Yeah, you are not a Warforged. You are a human warlock. Remember your place.
Know your place, dog.
Chronicles of the Coast. We are picking up our main campaign and a little bit of a recap. Last week, Nakma was knighted so that he may participate in the jousting competition.
Now when they call him Lord, they have to mean it.
Yeah.
Now it's
Mind
Sir.
your place, boys.
Yeah, now it's Sir.
Wait, is it
Sir. Sir
Yeah.
Nakma.
Sir.
Now, is that the...
Is it Nakma or Sir Silvermane?
Ooh.
Your call, man.
That's good.
It's your call.
Wait, so what
Sounds
was
like
your
a villain.
Right?
I'm so silly.
Way to go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
what was your banner? Like, what was it again?
It was what, like bright yellowish gold with a bull,
A black bull.
like a black bull.
I remember it being a rising sun in a bowl.
Yes, rising sun will work also.
It's like, yes, we
Behind the
will
bull.
go with the rising sun.
The bull running
And Nakma's
towards you
house.
from the rising
The
sun.
rise.
That's the
and
new Lord
Yeah.
banner.
sun. Lord
We
Banner.
had to change it.
There is a place in Zelthanes
Thank you. Thank you.
they call the Rising Sun Black Bull.
Oh yes.
Um,
Song
That
already.
fits.
You got knighted and
Dude, it's so crazy.
participated in a joust. However, you
Technically
lost.
won 3 of them. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost
Thanks a lot.
in the final round before facing off against
I did.
Octomasadi.
potentially Octomasades.
Some lady.
Some lady.
The
some-
silent.
So it kind of worked out, even though the dice were crappy, worked out because now I didn't have to feel guilty for taking a fall against the general.
Was
You're
that-
actually gonna.
But you could
Yeah.
say
No, I
you
was
fell in
not.
the third round, which
I
is
was
what he
not.
was asking you to do.
Right.
That is so
You fell
coincidental
in
too,
the
isn't
fourth
it?
round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
that-
poison
It
in
was the
third?
fourth.
Yeah, because he beat the dwarf. He beat...
And then the halfling was disqualified.
No, man, he lost in the fourth round. I didn't get the plus 300% payout.
Yeah, because
You
I got the 3 payouts,
Yeah.
but not the.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
what
didn't
we're
even
saying.
pay
Yeah.
me for the one he
because
got poisoned on.
Yeah.
and we're saying he fell in the
technically
fourth.
won the
Don't
fifth.
argue with the
Yes.
better around here.
Yeah.
I did fall in the fourth.
No way Proud Nakama was ever going to take a fall, though.
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
fell
he
in the
was
fourth.
not.
You're right. It's not the third.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
He fell in the fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucan
He won
Silveranth
three. Yeah.
was the third.
Lord Lucan got his bell rung, dude.
He got
Yeah.
effed up bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a horse, right?
No,
Playing for those pink slips.
no.
It was an honorary duel.
It was an honorary joust, and
It was cool. It was fun.
yeah, you got your prize.
Yeah, I was really hoping we were playing for pinks there, man, because we would have won 3 horses plus the one that we bought. We'd all be mounted, bro.
What are you talking about?
Cormac rakes.
I ride in a
Cash.
dope carriage, thank you.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
ride Drake.
true. It's like I roll on
So what next, DM?
6-4s.
Well,
Where are we?
the tournament is coming to an end. Octomasades claimed his grand prize. You stand up there
Son of a bitch.
with a few of the others. I mean, they have like the first and the honorable mentions, the people who
Right.
people who won in the last round, and you see that the silent, the woman who had gone up against you, she's up there and gets her participation trophy.
Okay.
But you don't necessarily leave empty-handed. They do. Didn't I give you something?
Yeah, he got a little trophy. Now, now Jesse, you mentioned the silent knight, so to speak.
Yeah.
Little spotlight. That individual happens to come from a place very specific to Amarth, where the humans are sort of unique in their own way there, right?
Yeah. There's a sort of a race of humans that travel. they don't have like a very specific home because hundreds of years ago they were all displaced from their home, which is kind of lost to the west. People who go off to explore it, to see what's there, haven't really ever come back. But there is known to be a landmass to the west.
Indeed.
Yes. These humans came from there hundreds of years ago, fleeing what they said was a sort of slave-like culture. They were enslaved by some monstrous race, and they escaped. They settled along the southern coasts of Fierstein, all the way from Minthios, spreading all of the way east into the very far lands of that island that we have over there. And that is... Where's my bigger, larger map that I have here?
So that island in the Benzoic Ocean.
Is that
all of the way to Kepyutilvi. Kepyutilvi and around Dasos. And as well as parts of Drustikari.
Okay. Very cool.
But they have settlements all around there.
We've got Quipcats and Bershis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you looking for it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you on here. First off, their main settlement on Minthios is here. But they settled all of the way across here. They skipped that bay, and then they settled parts here, and they mostly settled way over there.
Okay.
So they traveled far.
Kepyutilvi is here.
We don't know anything about stuff that far away.
So Nakmon
really.
would know of these people on Minthios.
Yeah, they don't get along with the Minotaur.
Okay. Did the Minotaur ones enslave them?
Wouldn't you like to know King Nakma?
Yeah, right?
Not yet.
One day.
Someday, my friend.
Now
more
I
by my
later,
side.
Lord.
More along the lines of that the Minotaur were...
Are they just like a nuisance to the Minotaur, or...
Well, there is very few natural resources on Minthios to scratch out a survival. And these humans happen to take the most verdant part of the entire land, leaving pretty much the rest of the barren desert land of Minthios.
to everything else?
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
if there's nothing in Minthios, where are your parents getting all those herbs?
We don't talk about the herbs, man.
Huh?
You either know or
From
you
those
don't know.
island halflings, of course.
Chris, what have you got there?
This is a soon-to-be full sculpture of Bahamut. And it's one of the kick-ass sculptures that I'm working on right now, printing. You got a small miniature you can like put next to them to show actual size. This is a goblin, greater goblin. And he is much bigger than that.
Bahamut,
like a hobgoblin.
also known as the Platinum Dragon.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to be quite large.
Counterpart to, I always want to call her Takesis, but it's Tiamat, I know. Boring.
The Amarthian counterpart is called Drakesis.
You know what?
Because that's
better.
That's not copyrighted.
No.
Or derivative. You know what?
At
all.
Now, right?
Yeah.
Patent.
Intellectual property.
It's looking good, man.
2020.
It's looking good.
Yeah. I messed up a
Witness.
bit on the supports, but it's very pretty.
It
It
is
is.
cool.
I like those horns.
Yeah.
You know, because I like black dragon horns, and those are sort of reverse black dragon horns. In my opinion.
Yeah, because they're like goatish.
Yeah, the black dragon horns come forward, and those ones.
They're very cool. Very cool.
Backwards,
Yeah, it's massive.
yeah.
But yeah, we've been printing off a ton of the stuff from Artisan Guild, and very happily getting them going.
You guys are like elves, man.
The one in your left hand, he has a bow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I printed the ancient forest primordial that he stands on. He goes to that.
Well,
So
he
don't
can,
print it.
and he doesn't have to, but yeah.
He doesn't have to.
Right.
So.
Yeah. The
Okay.
ancient primordial is dope, and it can literally house any one of these.
Yeah,
Anyone can
absolutely.
stand on it, but Yeah. It's
Uh-huh.
and this is cool because he's got a wooden leg basically. He's half tree, so I imagine he's like a druid.
So he's got mushrooms on him too. It's really cool.
He's got a story to tell.
Very cool.
And I wonder how the ancient forest primordial feels about people.
You've heard of like
riding on
So,
top of
Right.
anyone with a 3D printer, I would highly suggest check out the Artisan Guild
for
Patreon because it's fantastic. And
Yes.
I think what Dan is alluding to is that we're going to start doing some giveaways of some of these dudes printed up and painted
Yes.
to our watchers, like maybe once a month. So
Yeah.
So you got all 3 of the great goblins there too.
I
Cool.
printed 2 of each, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
2 of the A, B, and C.
Nice.
Yeah.
If we
Everybody
can
should
get
enjoy
enough
minis.
viewers and subscribers, we could give away one of the really big things, like
Subscribers.
maybe every 100.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Exactly.
yeah. We could do a major giveaway at milestones. That'd
Yeah.
be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So smack that subscribe button.
Mm-hmm. Like and subscribe.
Yep.
And share if you ever want the chance. I mean, we have to have those subscribers.
You gotta hit
Sharing is
numbers to do it.
That's right. That's right. I keep
Yes.
looking at those
So,
candy bars.
Rick,
Yes.
who are you and who do you play, Rick?
I am Sir Nakma Silver
There you go.
Maiden.
Knighted.
Get it straight,
Yeah.
Recently
buddy.
knighted.
Get it
Sir.
straight.
And you are my faithful companions. I appreciate your help.
Why is the Drake laughing when you said faithful companions? Is it
Friends.
What is not
Friends.
Faithful.
Nakma is a barbarian, minotaur, sea herald, storm herald of the sea. Electrical is his thing. And he's just a kid. He's 17, just had his birthday.
That was 3 months ago.
It
What the
was.
hell? I am so confused. I thought 17
Didn't
was
had
like
a party.
a man in Minotaur.
Like 12 is, honestly. 12 year
Okay.
man.
All right. You know what? It's fine. I don't need to
Yeah,
understand.
like you're an old Minotaur.
Yeah.
Yes. I should be having
It's
my own
fine.
calf family.
Sorry.
He still has all the experience of a teenager.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A teenager who
Oh
blew
my
up his
goodness.
family.
You're like Benjamin
man.
Button,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Gotta read my. No,
I didn't
did
say
not
it. I
have-
didn't say
He's
it.
like Charlie.
Yeah.
He accidentally blew up his family.
Dare you?
Yeah, just think. Remember, like when in Willy Wonka,
Appalled.
when the whole family lives inside the house. They're all those
Listen,
people.
we're not supposed to talk about that bad stuff during this holiday season.
Yeah, no
right.
bummers, John.
all good stuff.
Just
yeah.
dancing grandpas.
The chain link that just must be left behind. Okay.
Oh, you want to talk about the bad stuff of Willy Wonka? That grandpa's the biggest like mooch ever in history.
Yeah.
I'm just faking a disease while I'm laying in bed all day and make my children and family take care of me.
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
that you got there, Charlie? The golden ticket?
I'm a walking. It's a miracle.
Where's my shoes?
He's saying it was a long con this whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I'm saying it was a long con.
Okay.
Might not even be their grandpa. He just
Yeah,
showed up
Grandpa
one day
Charlie.
after the war.
Hey.
He's like, I'm Grandpa
I'm just
Grandpa
gonna lay
Charlie? Yes, I'm Grandpa Charlie.
And there's a spare
Yeah.
spot in that bed. I'll take it.
John, who you play?
I am Mooney Rumbleforge. I play the Drake, and I play a monk. Way of the Luchador. I am a heel.
What's a heel?
What is a heel? It's
For
usually the
some
bad
people
guy.
that don't watch wrestling.
It's usually the bad guy in the fight.
Yes.
I do what it takes.
Nice.
Do what it takes to win?
No. To make
No.
everybody
And
else
if
hate
you could boil
And if you can
Mooney's character arc down to like 2 sentences, what would it be?
I fight, and then I fight some more.
All right.
Kind of a one note, but I like it.
Yeah, I got Magic Fist.
All right.
There we
All
go.
right. Cool.
Yes, sir.
I'm going this one. Right?
My name's Chris. I play Cormac. Cormac's a pretty cool character. He's a revenant, which is unique to this setting. Anyone who doesn't know, because it hasn't really come up yet, because I've only played him for like 2 sessions. But the revenant's got some neat abilities. He can't be healed normally, but he's got a pool of like self-healing, so it's kind of paladin-esque, as in like I used an ability to kind of lay on hands myself.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then also when I'm unconscious, someone can choose to give up a hit dice to give me a hit dice to bring me up. It's kind of cool. It's really, really unique, very cool mechanic. We're kind of playtesting it a little bit right now, which is really neat. I like it. It seems really powerful, but I can't wait to use it. Other than that, I got to choose 1 feat to carry over from my previous race, and so I, of course, as a variant human, I chose to take a feat. Duh, of course, because I'm a maxer. But anyway, so Cormac is a wizard. He's a cleric, 1 level, and the rest were wizard. So he's really unique in the sense that he's got access to a bunch of healing spells and expertise in some skills. And then a bunch of wizardy spells. So he's very versatile spellcaster.
Cool.
He's a lot of fun. I can't wait to play him some more. It's Cormac.
Cormac is cool.
Harry and Sally.
Yep.
I am experimenting in necromancy.
Who knew? Who knew?
Just wait till you get
Have the
your
neighborhood pets disappeared? Have you talked to your child about experimenting in necromancy?
Yeah.
It's not the neighborhood cats. It's your family members
That you have to worry about.
passed on.
It starts with the cats, though.
This is a
Nakma would
necromancy
say
spell?
that. Nakma would totally say that. It's your parents you gotta worry about around me.
Damn it!
Parents have to be aware of necromancy
God.
madness.
Yeah, Reaper Madness.
Yeah.
Don't admit you're a parent, I guess.
I'm so high! Magic missile.
A magic missile, the darkness.
Okay, I'm Dan. I play Balthazar, aka Taz of House Seleos, and I am a warlock. Pact of the
Chain?
Pact of the Chain. My patron is a fiend. He goes by the name of Seleos, as is evidenced by my house. I'm a 9th level full warlock, baby. Try to keep my myself as versatile as possible. I've been blessed with a few pets/friends. I've got a pseudo dragon who goes by the name of Libris.
I hope you're not calling us pets.
You guys are my companions, members of the Lotus, man. Are you kidding me?
Dare you?
I couldn't.
Pets/friends.
You guys
I was
are
like,
equals. Yeah. Giants among. I can't say men, but you know what I mean. Because not all of you are men, but
Yeah,
you
Nakma.
used to be. But anyways, a pseudo dragon named Libris, a Volpertinger, which as far as I know is something you sort of created, or is that...
It's a Bulgarian legend
Okay,
used
so-
to trick tourists into forking over money.
But you gave it stats. It's like a jackalope, right?
Yeah, it's like a jackalope.
Yeah.
I gave it the stat block.
He's like a jackalope, but I think he has little wings. He can
And a
turn
squirrel tail.
ethereal.
It's
and
got
a
these
squirrel tail.
fangs and
Yeah.
look at the bodies, man.
Yeah. You need the holy hand grenade to defeat it. And then I have some other familiars that I play around with. And,
Zaxxus. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach is on a hiatus because he's in being under investigation for arson right now. But
Yeah, and Kelmora.
you know, he'll return at some point in the future. Right now, Mr. White, which is my sprite familiar, is currently entrenched inside of the manor that we're hoping to infiltrate later on, and that is Balthazar in a nutshell.
Yeah, I'm in here.
Yup.
That is Balthazar in a nutshell. So, the joust is over. The championship has come to a close. There's still festivities going on all over the city, and Octomasades, you can see, has begun speaking with a particular man, bald-headed, mahogany cane, kind of a short, twirled mustache, black leather and suede, and the two of them are chatting, and too much of a crowd, too much of a din, people everywhere for you to pick up on what they're saying. But from what you understand, this is more than likely Kemper of House Roche, the suspected cultist, and you missed out on your opportunity for the invite to that dinner. But you know where the house is. You've scoped it out.
Mm-hmm. I know where the butler's dresser is. Very important. I know where 2 bedrooms are that most likely have chimneys in them. Yeah, and I know that there's a cook who for some reason was upstairs. Can't really figure out why he was up there, now that I think about it. Not sure what the cook had any business upstairs doing. Maybe he was running the place. Anyways, yeah. Oh, and one of the house workers is a dwarf, and her daddy's sick. I don't know if you guys recall that. I mean, he's sick, but he's like recovering. So maybe that's something we can make use of. Perhaps, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and the guards will be doubled for the night of the party.
You forgot about how his son isn't going to be there.
Oh, that's right. The wee lad whose bedroom you found upstairs painted your name in blood on the window of and removed the window and sort of set it back into place.
Not just that window, but all the windows on that floor.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you write Mooney or did you write Drake?
Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second to that, I know this is kind of off topic, but is it harder to read the lips of dragonfolk or easier?
Did they have lips?
Not really.
How could you read their lips?
It's more about
It's just
facial
like,
twitches that you read. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying there. Onomatopoeia.
You have to read their tongue.
They have these glands that flex.
Read their tongue.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, how does Mooney whisper?
Flicks.
I mean, to me, the answer is you can't, but they don't have lips.
Mm-hmm.
This is like another one of those, like, you can't breathe on windows because you don't have hot breath.
Oh, somebody's got a resentment. You hear that? That built up all week right there.
That held on for a long time.
Oh, God. John's like standing in the freezer.
Yes, I can.
Shit. He's right.
Cold-blooded.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? I pull out, like, something that's got at least 100 proof.
Yeah.
For a second.
Oh.
The warmth has got to come from somewhere.
Yeah, it does.
Hold on, guys. I drink this hot coffee.
Hot
All right.
magic brown potion. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, all right.
What do you do? What are your plans?
Where are we exactly again? We're out at the yard of the tournament, or
Yeah, you're outside of the tournament grounds right now.
So we're just supposed to find some evidence of some sort, right?
I didn't talk about we're going to party because you just almost won a tournament.
I
We're
don't.
gonna like drink our way into the front door.
Do we really have time to party? I think the actual party starts soon, doesn't it, Mooney?
You think we're going to get inside of there,
I know,
Taz?
I know we're gonna get inside.
Oh my
there.
gosh,
I'm
no.
already basically inside.
Okay. Do you see anything right now?
Mr.
I'll
White.
pick up Taz and put him on my shoulders.
I don't need you to put me on your shoulders. This is not. Please don't.
As he's saying that, like I'm lifting him up. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, Akma, help me.
No, guys, no, seriously. What does Mr. White see? I've instructed him to try his best to find the Lord's chamber.
Yeah, Little Sprite has been
Isn't it bad?
concentrating on its own invisibility spell for the last hour. And it actually brings up an interesting little question that I have for myself about the sprites. So, yes, scouted it out, and there is indeed, like I said, there's multiple bedrooms upstairs, multiple chambers. One of them does appear to be this Lord's chamber. There is a bed, it is well kept, a dresser, a sort of vanity mirror, armoire type piece of furniture, beautifully carved out of white oak, and banners of the house, portraits, a bookshelf, various other pieces of literature on there, something that looks to be like some kind of almost like trophies or knickknacks, unusual odds and ends, tiny stone gargoyles, a crystal ball that appears to be just a decorative piece up on one of the bookshelves. Just that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
A nice beautiful rug, some tapestries. Not a whole lot.
But this does appear to be the Lord's chamber.
Quite possibly. They're all pretty similarly decorated, but this one appears to have more lavish comforts on the inside. There are oil burners, in fact, that are burning continuously in some sort of salt-like sculpture carved into the heads of dragons. And as the oil burns, it emits a fragrant vapor from the nostrils of these salt sculptures.
Oh shit.
Super cool.
So what I would like to do, Cormac, I'm wondering if you can produce your sketch pad, and if I can describe to you what I see, if you could create a rough sketch of the layout of the house.
Yes, of course.
Would you allow for that, Jesse? Based on what my sprite has seen so far, if I describe it to Cormac? I'm not looking for like every bit of detail, just a rough layout of the house so we kind of know where we're going, should we actually get in there.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay.
Shouldn't we
Sketch it out as you describe it.
take this horse back to Harry and Sally? And also Alec?
Go check up on the carriage.
Yeah.
A wise idea.
Perhaps we should complete this sketch there in the carriage.
Sure, or along the way.
Right along the way.
You could do both. Do you need to be carried?
I don't.
We're just walking, right?
I have legs,
Sit on his back.
Mooney.
He really wants to carry you.
Shall I call you Drake now?
Can I have my ladder back already?
Yes, absolutely.
You have it, right? You didn't leave it on the gate?
No, I took that.
Right, I'm sure you did.
Why are you asking me? It's on your back already.
I look at my back, it's already there.
Precious.
Is that it? I hope that's it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Hey, Nakma,
I will ride.
don't you gotta return this horse back to the Saudis?
No.
We bought the horse.
You bought it?
Oh.
How much was it?
You're being character shy. We got a great
Tell you
deal on
later.
this fine war horse.
No need for that talk.
War
now.
horse?
Yes.
How much did it set you guys back?
You want to ride?
It doesn't matter. I came out nicely on the betting.
I'll get down. Here, Mooney, hop on.
I don't want to ride it.
It's all of our horse.
Oh, you don't want to be carried?
Is that manticore skin on the saddle?
What's it look like, Jesse?
White. I have no
It's got like
idea.
his barbs on the back of it for the tail of the manticore.
Mooney, do you know what you can buy with 1,600 gold?
Whoa. The Greater Restoration Potion.
That's how much your man Cormac here made off the betting.
Oh, nice,
Oh.
dude.
How much was?
You want your
Good
cut?
deal.
Here's 400.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Here's your cut, and I put down 10 gold.
Something of a betting man myself.
Yeah. Hey guys, I bet on the
that's
Saudis
awesome.
to win, and you did.
Nakbot's like, what?
Well, he said take a dive in the third, and you obviously did it in the fourth.
What?
You didn't take a dive on
Not on
that last one?
purpose.
That lady got you? Oh my god.
Slipped.
I must say, after the
The
events
horse
of the
took a
last
quick
several
little
weeks,
jump at the beginning, and I
today has been
couldn't
fun.
get leverage.
Blame the horse. The horse looks over to you.
Where's my saddle?
Did you have fun, Nakma, in the
You
joust?
gotta try it.
You know, I don't think I'm cut out for jousting,
Mm.
to be honest with you. I seen the way that you took those blows to the head. I don't think I could survive one or two of those, to be honest with you. How many fingers am I
This
holding
goes a
up?
little.
Blows to my what?
Yeah, what?
Tis what
Ringing
she
in my ear
proclaimed.
just won't go away.
What did you name him? The horse.
Oh my god. I don't know what I named the horse.
You don't remember?
So much excitement, I forgot.
That was right before the battle.
Yes. How can I remember?
The
I
horse
wrote it down
knows.
here somewhere.
Is it Daryl? And I start petting his face.
You can name the horse Mooney.
My other brother, Joe.
You named the horse Artax, Nakma.
Artax?
Is that what's written on his saddle?
Okay, my
Sorry,
friends. So, we've lost one method of entry. We must open another door when a window has been closed.
Indeed.
What do you have in mind?
Well,
Is this even a bad dude, Cass? Like, from what I could see in that place, it wasn't, like, culty. There wasn't people dying in the place.
Well, one thing that I can tell you about those who worship devils, as you may have realized, they tend to try and offer a very shining outward appearance to those whom they would wish to fool. It's very rare that you find a devil worshiper with a sort of evil demeanor. It's very often that they try and present themselves to the outside world as much less than something evil. So the fact that we found nothing untowards while there does not surprise me at all. Now, does that answer your question? No. I do not know if this man is truly evil. It's just the intel that we have from those who spent more time gathering it than we did. I mean, the magistrate practically lost his... Well...
Her?
No, the magistrate from the other tower, Sharafala, it was a man.
But did you see any symbols, anything at all, to indicate
Right.
there may be any connection?
The most that I have been able to connect is the fact that this man carries a walking staff with the head of what appears to be a devil on it. Granted, that is thin. It is not much information.
Describe the devil for me.
It is...
You didn't see it earlier? It had silver. It was all silver.
Yes, you
from
may
the top
have
of its
actually
head.
seen it if you spied him from afar. But I will describe it.
It's
It
hard
was
to make out details from that far away.
a sort of an onyx, a black mahogany walking staff part of it, with the head being topped by a silver skull with sort of fine cheekbones and features, topped with two small devil horns.
What do you think? Religion check? History of religion?
I mean, that kind of sounds very
Want
generic.
to give me
for
a
all
check on
devils.
that? I mean, obviously the DC might be high. What do you want? Religion, history? History would be better.
It would definitely be a religion thing.
+9. Oh, that's good. 26.
It's just a staff.
Seems like a just staff. But nice job remembering.
Yeah.
Although I can remember multiple demons that match that description.
Here's what I know.
Excuse me.
I know that the information I've received is that this individual is at the very least associated with those of the Orient Dawn. Is he a member? Is he a leader? I do not know. But our intel says that he seeks a champion, of which he now has. Whether or not the brave and honorable Octomasades would willingly do evil, I do not know. But perhaps he wishes to solicit that from him.
Actually, he kind of said flat out that he was okay with it. I mean, you remember, right? Back at the bar, as long as he's making money, he's pretty much in. It was kind of like
There
the
is
worst
a-
case scenario for him to go in there.
There is a
right?
difference between someone who is out for their own interest and someone who will do straight out evil.
Right.
We don't even have to have him do it as evil. You ever heard of doppelgangers?
Right, but we're talking
Someone
about
with his position.
Octomasades doing evil, not what you were talking about just now.
Well, a doppelganger is always possible, as we know.
Yep.
I think it might be safe to assume that this is the general.
No, I mean, if he gets replaced by, like, say some sort of fiend, then we won't ever know. In fact, you don't even know what devil this guy supports, right? Like, out of the houses that you're supposed to be following, who's
I do
left?
not.
Because, you know, the one that's dead, that's Nurgly, is gone. And you know it's not Volpar, because that guy's right here.
I know it's not Soleos, because that guy's right here.
So, who's the other ones?
Does Taz remember the name of the other devil?
There's more than one, as far as I
I
remember.
think there was only 4, if I recall.
Did you? I don't recall you ever having notes on like what devils are out there. But that there are multiple.
But Soleos told us specifically to come here to check out on one, didn't he?
Yes, there. I did have.
I
they
think
might
there
be
was
over there
way
on
more
that
than
shelf,
4,
too.
but I think he sent us here to deal with one.
Yeah, there was one specific devil whose name I cannot recall right now, but I did have it written down at some point in one of my notebooks.
Yeah, Cormac wasn't present for that.
It may be on the back of one of these.
Second thing.
Candy?
Kind of important too. That lady, right? She came from the mountains, the Cosgoran, right?
Bune, Zagon, Paimon, and Murmur.
So there's 4 more.
Yes.
Yeah. So is there one of those?
Rizwin Silverax.
Those are 4 devils.
Yes, we don't have any indication as to whether or not they're present.
Sound better than the par.
So okay, so out of character, where did you get those names from?
Right here. I don't know.
Written down in his notes.
I don't
They're
recall.
Somewhere. I don't remember
From
telling him.
Saleos, I think.
Yeah, I
From
think
your
it was. I had a conversation with
So
Saleos
we
at
had
the
some
bar.
sort of
Cormac
discussion.
wasn't present for that, right?
I
Or was he? I don't think he was.
I don't think so.
I don't
it
think
was,
so.
because it was at the. I mean, you weren't directly there, but it was when we were at the Shardra ceremony.
I think it was before Cormac. I think Cyrano was there.
I'm
He
pretty
was,
sure
yeah.
Balthazar stopped at a tavern or a bar and had a drink with Saleos,
He
who
did.
passed off a
Yeah.
few names.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
if you ever want someone to check on religion on those and get us some
So here's the information that I have. Good Cormac.
Oh,
Just
what? Huh?
suddenly come to me in a flash of.
It's almost like a
remembrance.
flash of brilliance.
There are
okay.
4
I don't know how they
devils.
do it.
I run a lot, so I'm good at jogging
One.
people's minds.
Goes by the
Nice.
name of Paimon,
Hi, Mom.
the devil of science and art. That is what I know. Another is a devil by the name of Zagon, a devil of alchemy. Bune, he who turns corpses into undead devils. Beware, my friend. And Murmur, a devil of philosophy and necromancy.
Which one was Nerguli?
Naguli is dead. He was a devil of decay. Vapar, a great duke of hell, a leviathan of the sea. And Saleos.
So these are beings of another world. So do I have any knowledge of them at all?
You can make 4 individual religion checks.
All right. What's the first name?
Paimon.
That's 24.
You don't know.
Next,
The next is Zagon.
20. 23.
That's Booney.
And no,
That's cocked.
Oh, come on, give me the 19. 26.
26.
I mean, the 28.
That's
It
Mermaid.
looked like it was cocked on a
This
3.
would be Murmur. The last
Was
is
28
Murmur.
high enough?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
No. Keep rolling.
How's the fourth one?
Yeah.
You up here?
Murmur is... You've heard rumors about a sort of cult that had no name of the cult or anything like that. Just like you've picked up ramblings of people, rumors of whispers in back alleys and taverns and other establishments about a particular this particular devil that is getting worship for this sort of entity, this semi-divine devil creature, started about 10 years ago, actually. And the handful of times that you have gotten any information about this has been sailors who have traveled from the south of the lands of Nyanese.
Which would be way over there.
Any symbols or anything that's associated?
No, you haven't seen any symbols.
Wow.
Nyanese is this full region here.
I see.
There's not a lot of
Near Storm
information.
Giants channel.
Well, my friend, thank you for consulting me, but the only information I have is these, the fourth name, Murmur, was that it?
Yes.
I've only heard a few naysayings of their presence in the south of these continents.
And how far back does your knowledge of this creature go?
Only a few months, really.
A few months. How long has he been worshipped?
Unknown.
Very well.
Outside of what I told you, you also know what he said, what Murmur's divine portfolio is. With the philosophy and necromancy, I believe.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So it has piqued your interest, but you've not been able to get any more information outside of that.
I wonder, and this is pure speculation, but my familiar, Mr. White, had seen several sculptures, gargoyles and other things among the supposed bedchamber of this lord. Perhaps Paimon is at work here, the devil of science and art. Although I have seen no description of what may be known as science, as far as evidence goes.
You're not saying the sea. It's science.
No, Mooney. That is something very unique to Amarth. Science is a blend of magic and the natural philosophies of the world. Science. Science is from my homeworld. No magic involved.
And as follower of Soleos, your goal is to rid the world of these abomination gods?
Well, at the very least, to deny them worshippers. The more worshippers they have, the more dangerous Soleos is of not gaining a portfolio here, which means I go home.
Well, then that's what we shall do.
As far as infiltrating this place, I was speaking with Mooney in brief, and I believe that he may have struck upon an idea that is worthwhile.
Oh, when we were there, we kind of intimidated the staff. Taz was able to convince them, was able to cut down a line to sneak inside the house. When we did so, we found out the staff is very superstitious, believe in ghosts. We're thinking that if maybe we scared off all the staff, we could become hired as the new staff, but that's not possible tonight.
Well, I was thinking we take some of this newfound gold that our friend Colmac has so graciously won for us in the jousts, and we offer to give them the night off, so to speak. Pay them to stay home for the evening.
When they lose their jobs, though.
We could give them enough gold that it wouldn't matter.
Second thing, we're off the streets by this point, right?
We're heading towards our carriage.
I lean in to whisper at my giant crocodile lips. I cover my hand up to the side, and it only covers this far of my mouth, and I'm like,
2 hands.
But Taz, are you gonna kill this guy tonight?
Kemper need not die. It's just information that we seek. This is a mission of reconnaissance, not a mission of murder.
Do you think Ember went with those guys?
The way you switch topics spins my brain about, my friend.
Aren't they linked, the Orient Dawn?
Ember, as I knew him, would have never went with them willingly, I can tell you that.
Then those guys right now were out there looking for that sword then, right?
To the best of my knowledge.
Does that have anything to do with any of the gods? Not gods, but whatever these people are.
Ember sought holy relics.
Not Ember. Those Orient Dawn folks were looking for a holy relic. That was to the north. It's been maybe 2 months since then. You don't think they found it, do you? Hey, what do you know about the High North, Cormac?
Well, I've spent some time up there. Whereabouts?
I'm talking deep, man. They were looking for some sort of magical sword. Not like this one. Not go like this and make it silver and light a flame.
I believe I've only gone as north as Dragon.
Cheeks.
I've only gone as north as Dragon Ports myself. But I do a lot of reading. And collecting antiquities. What do you have in mind?
They were looking for some sort of, not temple, right? A lost artifact that made it up there. It was in the wastelands. The timeless waste.
Timeless wastes. What are you asking of me? You wish me to try and remember the location of an artifact? Or?
No. Why would a group of demon worshippers be looking for a holy artifact?
Well, from what I understand of what's happening in the hierarchy, there are new demons looking for power.
Oh shit.
relics have power.
They want the weapon to kill other demons.
Yes, a weapon to kill demons would be quite powerful.
Yeah, or other champions.
Perhaps to give to their chosen champion.
Nah, shit.
Would be the most obvious answer.
Dude, do you think we could take Optimus Audes if he has a magic sword? I mean, he's pretty magical right
You
now.
wish to attack Optimus Audes?
No, if he became one
General
of the
of
champions.
Kelmorga.
I'll not fight Optimus Audes.
No, what if he got mind control? And you're like becoming
he's
one of their
dead.
slaves?
Then we will save him. He is our friend. He has vouched for
Exactly.
us on more than one occasion.
I can dispel all sorts of magics.
Okay, alright. Some magic you can.
We will not quarrel with Optimus Audes.
Where is
Curse.
Optimus
If we could
Audes?
avoid it.
Actually,
Yeah, we didn't.
where is he, Jesse?
I mean, we warned him, but.
Where's Optimus Audes at, General?
Left with Kemper.
Oh, jeez.
He is a shrewd man. He will see through any subterfuge. I hope.
Do you think he'd be happy if we saved him? I mean, if we did save him, he'd probably play it off like he was gonna get them either way, right?
Oh, he is proud.
Oh,
He would no
definitely.
doubt try to play it off as if we were merely.
We couldn't take
There for the
credit,
assist.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. Cormac, how do you feel
It'd
about
be a
all
humble
this?
venture.
I mean, Nagma's kind of forced into this because he's a servant of Lopara, unknowingly.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
Was
Well,
there?
my
Oh, fake
friends,
news.
I am only here because history is being written as we are here. And I am quite lucky, let me say, to be present while this chapter is being written. It is not my place to push the pen in certain directions.
Cormac, I've heard you mention that philosophy of being here to witness several times.
This is not the first of adventuring parties in which I've been witness.
You've had to outlive other friends.
I'm centuries old, my friend.
Not all are as
I have not
short-lived
sat in
as-
my antiquity shop my whole life.
And, are you a servant of others?
I'm no servant of anything.
Indeed.
I study, I chronicle.
That word, chronicle,
Indeed.
it strikes a chord. An out-of-tune chord, but a chord nonetheless. Perhaps I'll remember one day.
Indeed. No, it is important to write down what we experience, what happens as we do it, so that we can learn. And
You
perhaps
must,
not repeat the same mistakes.
you must have witnessed other adventuring parties infiltrate and go on missions of reconnaissance in the past. Have you any advice?
This is a very tricky situation we find ourselves in because we're not sure who the enemy is.
We may be the enemy.
Right?
Oh, I'm quite certain
Mm-hmm.
you are the enemy of some.
It's true.
I think any good adventurer is.
Olaf the Foul, right?
I don't wish to hurt anyone here. I don't want to harm any of these servants.
Misleading.
I'd like to make my way into this place without bloodshed. And I look at you two.
You wish a very
specifically.
interesting. You push forward an interesting agenda. You wish to stop people from worshiping their god.
To make his more powerful.
Never does that end without bloodshed. In our
Yeah.
entire history, that is the precise definition of what wars are created about.
Should
Holy
we
wars.
come across any worshippers, then perhaps you may prove right. But I'm simply referring to the people whose job it is to care for this household. If they are devil worshippers, then so be it.
Oh, you wish to speak about their staff.
I do not wish to harm the
I
staff.
don't think any of us care about their staff. I'm speaking about what happens when you're confronted with a decision. You will at some point need to choose sides between the worshippers of their devil and your devil.
I've chosen a side long ago.
But have they?
I ain't picking any devil.
Because we are,
Everybody's
you
after the
are,
Minotaur. All devils.
together.
If we're gonna win this thing, I want you to win.
Nekma, your words alarm me. You know a devil has chosen you.
That's too bad for him.
I love the Minotaur.
Ever the optimist, right?
It was stupid of a devil to choose a Minotaur as a champion. It cannot be controlled.
Stubborn like a bull.
Agreed.
You come upon your carriage and you see Alan just there feeding the horse. He's like, oh, you're back!
Alan,
We got more mouths to feed.
beat us here. Please come back.
He's like, thank God.
Well, after I saw Nakmal get ringed like a cowbell,
Right?
I decided to make my way back to the carriage.
Good
Missed the
humor.
final joust, but I got back here, and everything's all set. The two passengers are in the back, and we're all set to go, ready to leave when you are.
The time for leaving has not yet come.
Yeah, we're staying the night here, Alan.
Yes.
Well, somebody could have told me before I packed up everything.
You left before we could say anything.
Once again, thank you for including me in on the plans.
Oh, Alan.
Wow, my feelings are hurt.
Oh, Alan. We're gonna go and break into this dude's house, and we didn't want you to be accomplice to it. So if anything goes wrong and we all get caught or die, the carriage is yours.
Well, that's mighty nice of you, but how am I going to pay the taxes on this thing? I'll be out of a job. I'm going to have to sell the carriage.
You don't pay taxes
No.
on carriages. It's only land, Alan.
No, you have to register your carriage through the Department of Wagons and Pulled Vehicles.
We'll worry about that.
Alan,
next
that's just a
town.
scam, okay? Listen, you don't need insurance. You just gotta keep driving. You only buy insurance when you get caught, Alan. Okay?
All right.
That's what the general's for. General Octomasati's insurance.
No.
You're a
General.
wise lizard creature. You are there, Master Drake. I will take your advice. I suppose I'll just shove everything I packed up back out and
What did you pack up,
Yeah.
Alan?
oh, well, you know, all the things that were brought out, like the camping gear. I thought that we would be camping, so I took some of the gold that you gave me, and I went out and bought
Alan.
everyone new bedrolls.
Alan, no, that was for you. You were supposed to use that gold.
Right, well, I wanted to do my job to make sure that you traveled in comfort there, Master Drake.
This freaking guy is the best.
Very thoughtful.
I mean, the actual best.
I even bought a weapon rack. Look, up there on top, just like strapped it down with
Beautiful.
bungees. And it's like, all you have to do is put your
Bungees,
weapons on
what's
it,
this?
and they'll sit by the fire. I thought it'd be nice. Little ambiance, some mood lighting, right? I bought some unusual salts from this guy. He said throw them in a fire. It'll change the color of the fire. I got jasmine. I've got midnight purple. I got gore red, my personal favorite. Thought it was very lovely. And I also got dragon green.
Sounds like you may have also gotten fleeced
No,
a bit.
no, this is great.
I
No.
love it. I
You can
love
use
it.
it as a flashlight.
Watch, I'll show you. He takes some and throws it into the lantern, and like some of the glass explodes out, but it does give like there is like a purple flame on the candle as it kind of flares up. You
Very
see,
exciting.
Very cool.
midnight purple.
Like it.
That is very cool.
Can't
Right,
see much.
I
now.
told you they work.
We can use it when we
How
tell
long does
ghosts.
it last?
Right, that's what I was thinking. We're just gonna travel the road and tell ghost stories.
So while they're
Yes.
doing that, I go inside with Cormac
All of
and
the best
start
ghost stories.
describing the house. to
Just think. We could go and we could be bards and we could tell
Oh,
stories, and they'll know us by our wagon. We'll call it the mystery wagon.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. No, we're not writing Mystery Wagon on this.
Black
episode,
Lotus
sorry.
mystery wagon.
Hey, by the way, did you get those elven oats I asked for? This
Oh,
horse
yes.
only eats that. This
Yes.
is our tax, by the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
I got that indeed, Master
Yeah.
Mooney.
Can you take off his barding? I don't think he's able to sleep with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ellen gets to work on taking care of
Another mouth
the
to
horses.
Mooney,
This one can't pull the carriage, okay? It has
No.
to ride behind.
Very well.
It's a war horse.
when you're finished speaking with Ellen, I have something I'd like to speak with you about.
Oh. Alan, I guess I got in trouble. Sorry, man. I gotta go.
There's no trouble. Take your time. I know he is your
Here it is.
friend.
Mooney!
Wait, you mean Balthazar is your boss?
Yeah. Actually.
I've not set that precedent.
There's always someone above you, isn't there?
That's
The
it.
shit always rolls downhill, Alan. Remember that.
Oh, does that mean I'm in trouble too?
There's no bathroom
Yes.
in there, Alan. I told you that.
I'm very sorry, Master Mooney.
There's
I
no bathroom in there. You clean it up.
I'm.
Don't make me
yes.
rub your nose in it.
Oh, no.
I will clean the chamber pots, Master Mooney.
There's chamber pots?
Yes,
Those weren't for soup?
those are the soup pots. You've confused the Dutch oven again.
Oh my god. Thank you.
There's
Thank
a lot
God.
of terms flying around right now.
Yeah, there is.
I love it.
And the spittoon?
Was that what that is?
Oh my gosh. Yes, you spit in that one.
I've been putting all of Master Cormac's unusual dried plants in there.
Perfect.
He gets to work.
Not a spittoon no more.
Mooney, I would like you to step inside of the carriage with me if you're not already inside.
I get in and then Nakma gets in, right?
Yeah, I just walked
Yeah, I
in.
was just thinking.
My carriage, too.
I need something from you that may be alarming. Cormac, you may enjoy this. I would get your journal if I were you. I lean in real close and I whisper into Mooney's ear. Do you still have the head of our gnomish friend?
Yeah. I got it.
Produce it, please.
Yeah. I pull out a little sack, and it's usually between my legs. That's where I keep it. Front part of my body. And,
God.
it's made of dragon
It's your
scale.
sack.
So when I pull it out, I of course undo the rope, and I pull out was the size of the top of this cup, a small, even smaller because it's been shrunken.
Right.
Gnome's head. The hair and the features for it have still been growing, so in the past few months, he's getting a little shaggy around the sides of his face. His eyebrows are getting longer, and his hair is turning white.
Have you sewn the lips?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need you to undo those.
Oh, that's fine.
No. I'm going to need you to undo those.
Sure. I undo the knot on the edge of the lips and slowly pull the cord out.
Very well. Balthazar reaches into his pack and pulls out his rod, which looks like sort of just a metal staff with like a topper on it, but it sort of twists open a little bit, and this creature that's just all tentacles, kind of like a starfish, but a bit more writhing, sort of climbs out of it, climbs around my hand very weirdly, and I just sort of put it on the shrunken head, and it like climbs into the ear, and then you can just sort of see the little shrunken head swell, the veins sort of pulse a little bit,
Oh, God.
and the eyes like flutter open. I cast Speak with Dead.
Yeah.
Man, Stellion's light.
Well,
Lando,
The head of Lando kind of like squirms a little bit. The mouth opens.
tell me what you know of Paimon.
I don't know anything about Paimon.
Bastard. Tell me what you know of devils come to Amarth from another plane of existence.
I don't know anything about devils coming from another plane of existence to Amarth other than the ones that were in the 9 hells.
Well, 3 more questions, if I'm not mistaken.
If you would like, I could go on to some great lengths about the devils of the 9 hells. Is that what you are asking for?
I would not like. I was hoping you'd have a bit more information for me, to be honest. You seemed like a learned man when I knew you. But apparently, I've reached a bit of a dead end here. What, if anything, can you tell me of Kemper of Roche?
I am not familiar with that name.
Well, my friends, I have 2 more questions. Any suggestions before I spend them?
Can Nakma and I just get a question each?
I have
No, I
no
don't
problems.
have a question.
You don't have any at all. Okay.
Please do not ask him like how he is, what it's like on the other side. I
No, I know how the spell works. My grandma used to do it.
fantastic.
Lando, I've been wanting to ask this for a while. If we bring you back, are we still in the wrong timeline? Will everything go back to that time before? Are we walking in the parallel that shouldn't exist?
It is difficult for me to say because I don't know what happened beyond my death. Assuming that you start the Genesis, then perhaps you are in the correct timeline. I need like a balloon with helium.
Right.
Based on that information, is there anything you want to ask?
I would like to, if he has a question of interest, defer my question to Cormac if you...
Cormac, this is a gnome. He basically is a time traveler. He gave me the ball that you probably don't know about yet because we've never really talked about. I'll show you that after this, but...
Sure. Well, what is it? What relevance are we hoping to gain here?
I simply...
What insight?
He was
Before
a-
I ask my question or advice.
As I mentioned, he was a learned man. I thought that perhaps he may know something about the devils I mentioned. Clearly he does not. Now that that is the case, perhaps there's some other relevant piece of information.
Sure.
He's
So
a time cop.
He was a master of time,
No, he was a time cop.
and he's dead.
From
He is...
Perhaps he doesn't wish to be so.
No, perhaps he does not.
So maybe you ask that.
Yeah, I like that.
Would you like
How?
this?
Not what. How?
Ask away, my friend.
I think what you were saying is correct, but don't say it as a statement. Ask
Yeah,
it.
how would you like?
How would we bring you back?
Very well. Lando, how would we bring you back to life, my friend? We miss you.
Depending on the length that I have been post-mortem, I would say that you might need escalating strength of magical spells, such as true resurrection. I do not know how much time has passed, or why my head seems so much smaller, but I would recommend finding a powerful cleric and a very valuable diamond.
And there we are.
These things are not easily found on a Marth, from what I understand, but it is a hope that we can hold on to.
This final breath, like leaving.
The tentacle starfish in his mouth just coils up and dries it, turns to dust, and it spills out. It turns to sand on the ground and
Oh, God. I sew the lips back on.
So,
I can speak with him again in 10 days.
Oh.
he sews the lips back up.
so if push comes to shove, are you willing to kill the worshippers of the other demons, the devils? Excuse me.
If they threaten violence against us, then absolutely.
You are telling them that you wish to get rid of their patron.
Well, perhaps they just haven't been
You wish
exposed
to
to a
convert
better
them.
alternative yet.
Are they innocent? I mean, have they done any crime?
No more than you.
Oh, I've killed a lot of people, Cormac.
Well, but you worship. That's their crime. That's all I wish to say.
Oh, yeah. I mean, compared to me, I mean, they're not exactly evil.
They will have the same choice that anyone has when they come up against us. Throw down your
Convert or
weapons.
die?
No, they need not die. They can also
I think I
simply
heard of a place
surrender,
called
go
the
their own way.
Inquisition doing
Plenty of
something like
people
that.
worship dead
Allah
gods.
Bar.
It's not their death that
I just wish
need.
to get this right in the history books.
I see what's at stake here.
Then you should be on the winning side.
Yeah.
The foul cult of Seleos.
Just want to make sure you really thought out what you're truly doing here. You are attempting to track down the followers of new devils and convert or kill them.
Well, here's
They've
the
had no crime beyond your own.
Listen, we didn't have to
Well-
convert or kill anybody last time, okay? We just destroyed their statue artifact thing that tied them to this plane.
You're speaking of Nurgle.
yes.
Yes, well, Nurgle was a foul beast of corruption and plague.
Decay.
Nobody wishes that around.
I mean,
But
the
the-
family that was there
There was
kind
some who
of
did.
did.
But
Yeah,
the
they did.
followers of necromancy,
Yeah.
as I give you a nice undead smile,
And I
cannot,
look over at Harry and Sally.
cannot always be evil.
They're just like,
Do you understand?
but no, that's not true because creating these is a foul act. They're evil. Like these are evil creatures.
You insult Cormac.
Well, I'm not to insult you, man, but they are evil. These two things, if you lose command of them, they will run amok. Which
That is
I'm
true.
cool with. I mean, because I'm cool with you, Cormac. I would just destroy them.
Well, it was a necromantic act that created me.
We have met those who are
But you don't
necromantic.
do evil. Like you have not shown any of that so far. I feel
Harry,
like I've done more
Sally.
evil than you.
Show them not evil. And I start doing patty cake.
Okay,
Should
but
be
like
not evil.
you're not under anyone's control, though, Cormac. You're not evil because you're not being controlled by evil magic.
Yes, but the point of necromancy is only the study and the use of death magic.
So
Doesn't
then-
necessarily have to be evil.
Okay,
Alright,
can you cast that
alright.
spell again really quick on Harry and Sally and ask them if they wanted to be undead? Because that's an evil act. I don't think they wanted to be what they are now. We're just using them.
Yes, I can cast it on them. They do not have any information past what they knew when they were alive.
Yeah, hey man, if they were heading here too,
They've
how
also-
crazy would it be if their families lived here?
They've also been stripped of flesh, and you actually need flesh to have a mouth. It doesn't just work on skeletons, actually.
Yeah. They do need a mouth.
But I see your point.
Okay.
You have a point and you've made it.
Well, these devils, they have another option besides die, or stop their act. They can also just go home.
Yeah, that.
They can cease their attempt to remain on a moth, and they can just go home.
Cormac, what's
No
it
one
like for
needs
them
to
at home?
die.
You know, back in their old
These
flaming
devils,
plane.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure where they're from. Each
Oh.
could be from a different plane. They're not from ours. Just like Seleos is not.
I mean, wouldn't they just go to hell here?
I don't know.
I mean, I could know something about these. I mean, Taz is trained in religion, and he learned of the occult.
I suppose the only reason why we just have a moment
Yes.
to discuss what you are truly doing before we continue. Because
Well,
I'm with you.
I
But as a
understand.
learned man of history, I wish to really make sure you know what you are doing.
Well, the Sun Elves have allied themselves in an attempt to essentially upset the Wood Elves of this region. They seek to rule them, and
What's
it
with
appears
that?
as if they're using devils as an ally to do so.
Yeah, what's with that? Like, I thought they all believed in Anastelian, the High Elf King
You want to do a history check?
I do.
person.
Can I make it a religion check?
I was referring to Mooney and his
Oh.
question about Anastelian.
I honestly wouldn't know.
But as a follower of You're a
I'm
person?
very recently a follower of
Yeah.
Shardra. They gave me a pamphlet.
Well, we could have anybody do a history check on what Mooney said on why.
I'm happy to jump in if you're okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm
Okay.
fine. I would tell you right now, I wouldn't know because I literally have a
You literally
pamphlet.
just asked the question. So
Yeah,
27.
I just got a pamphlet.
27 is an excellent roll. The way it goes is that the Sun Elves are actually the most kindred with the humans of the land. They do still worship Anastellian, however, they also have a strong worship for the human god of Rolor. And that being said, they hold an equal place to Rolor in their society. The Wood Elves themselves worship Anastellian, but they also worship still some of the other gods of the constellation, and as well they hold special place for some of the disassociated gods, or even the old primordials. The Wood Elves of this particular place are the ones who did not make the conversion over to Sun Elf thousands of years ago, when a certain high priest began worshipping Rolor and brought elves into the worship of this sun deity. There was a great catastrophe thousands and thousands of years ago that led to the creation of these elf lands, and that was the death of a fire primordial that kind of birthed the fires for the sun. And so Rolor having a hand in that, and Agapelagia being born of this, and a great, huge cataclysmic battle, these sun elves came into being. But the ones who did not are still wood elves to this day. Their descendants are still wood elves. Although the only reason that they are still here is because those wood elves had sworn an oath to uphold and defend this priestess, this high priestess, and her line. The Wood Elves are trapped in servitude of an ancient pact that they cannot break for fear of divine retribution. As such, the Wood Elves of this particular region actually have quite a few number among...
If you're telling me this, then wouldn't that also mean that those blood elves that we annihilated earlier,
Feral.
they broke from the oath? Is that what that is?
I don't believe so.
The Feral Elves, Cormac is able to relate to you, are actually a cursed line who were touched and tainted by the first coming of Alabar.
And they just been like going
We're
still.
mucking it in.
They survive as nomadic tribes and never staying in one place, making it almost impossible to track them.
Ah, shit.
They have powerful druids who keep spells such as seeming or mystical aura in order to stop scrying spells from tracking them and sending false magical leads in other directions.
I'm sure that'll never come back to bite us.
No.
Serves them right.
So, Cormac,
Yes.
being a new knight, what are the odds of me just walking up to the front door and asking to come join the party?
I mean, lots of people saw your heroic deeds. With maybe a
What do you think?
proper
Been around the
word
block a while.
said here and there, you'd probably be into the party. Yes.
I mean, we are friends of Oxmasades if we're worried about him.
And a great champion.
So, a small group, we all go? I'm not breaking into this place. I like this new
I
position.
need to
have.
understand your goals. What exactly are you attempting?
I thought it would just be we go and destroy his statue, and then their devil will be like, "Oh no! I'm being dragged back to hell."
No, that's not it at all. I was asked to go inside of this manor and find what information I could on which agents have infiltrated the city of Zalthines. There are agents of the Aureate Dawn here operating in the city, and we don't know who or where they are. The information I have tells me that it is that this Kemper of Roche knows that information. I have been tasked with getting inside of his manor and finding that information if it exists there, and that's all.
Okay, well, we know this, right? Optimus Audi's can take care of himself, right? He won't be destroyed by this guy,
Of course not.
right?
I mean, to the best of our knowledge, anyways.
Do they have
He has an
meetings
interest,
of these
obviously.
people? Like,
What?
they're obviously working in the open, right?
To an
Can we just
extent.
meet with them? Like, go to one of their meetings and be like, hey, we were really interested in joining, you know. This is our good friend. He's a new knight, and he's just looking to be a champion. And he's so buff and strong.
You forget how well known we are, Moody. I mean, Nakma was his murder was attempted at the joust.
It was poisoned.
The cult of Genesis knows us. It's very likely that we would be recognized, and
We have to circle back on that.
our infiltration attempt in that regard would be seen through like a thin veil.
Can you, like, change our appearances anyhow?
Cormac may be able to. I don't have those skills, really.
I mean, these are magics that I could attain, but I don't regularly handle them.
I don't want to be invisible because I feel like I can't really help out unless I am doing something.
I understand.
Me doing something would be better as a distraction. I can break in and cause a ruckus and then go, and I won't cause my friend here to lose his night ship.
You can be a drunk belligerent.
So,
Drake.
you think something important is going to happen tonight in that residence? And we have to be there to find out.
Yeah,
Is that
I
true?
mean, what if he's not a willing champion?
Who, Optimus Audi's?
Yeah, what if they get into his brain?
Brain control. Tricky thing.
What-
There are a few monsters who can truly do it.
I don't know, I was just thinking of, like, maybe they just worm their way into him, you know?
Either way, I need to get into that house and at least fulfill my obligations to the elf that I spoke with. I made a commitment to learn what I could.
You should ask her for an update.
She works there this evening as a servant.
She's working there as a servant right
She's
now?
managed to make her way into the household as a trusted member.
Gosh, why is everybody so much better at this than us?
Infiltration, my friend, is not exactly your strong suit.
I mean, she's just so good at it.
It takes time. She's been entrenched in this city for weeks. We just got here yesterday.
And we don't have time.
We have no time.
Ever.
Okay, so that means finesse is out.
Okay. So that means we beat any hard.
I
We
haven't.
go through the roof, we break into the kid's room, and we start searching room to room until we find what we're looking for, knocking out whoever we come across, placing them in the room. Hopefully they don't get a brain aneurysm later on,
Well,
and they wake up later.
that's one option. Put that as plan A.
I mean, we can't.
I do like the idea of just going to the party.
Yeah.
It's
We
an
go to the party?
invitation only, from what I understand, isn't
We
it?
have a champion among us.
It's not a masquerade, right?
Nakma got to the third.
Yeah.
Fourth round?
Still
Fourth
sticking out.
round.
He's well known.
Good or
Akamasadis is a close friend of yours.
Can you? No, you need the actual invite first. Can't forge it. Let's just B&E. Let's do that. I can get you in. I know that.
Balthazar, my friend, you're gonna have to make a decision. We cannot sit and talk about this
No,
forever.
we cannot.
You're the one who has to do the talking once we get there.
Absolutely. Which is why they will recognize me if I try to pose as a member of the staff. I believe it was a dwarf, a woman. I mean, I suppose I could give it my best shot.
Can we look like the guards? No.
How?
They're not hired outside, right?
I doubt that there'd be a whole lot of new hires before the big event, but
Mhm.
maybe. I don't know.
No, he doubled the guards tonight, remember?
Well, I mean, it's overtime.
We could knock out 2 guards and take their places. I mean, we have
Okay.
2 humans who can...
Here's my plan.
Infiltration is an option.
I can go in as Lord Lucan with an injured head. I studied him. I can pose as him. I know that he is going to be staying at home. He told me so. He does not wish to take part in the festivities, I could play it off to the best of my ability, and I could gain entry that way, and you could perhaps place yourself in the attic above with one of the sending stones. I have the other. If I get into trouble, then plan B is we wreck house.
You already used it today,
A sending stone?
this morning.
Well,
To tell us that we were going to this.
A few of us could always remain invisible.
and I could send my sprite with you. In
And
that
walk
way I could
along your
communicate
path.
with you.
I just don't like leaving you out in the open. Can Nakma come with you and be your other knight?
Do you have a +1?
I mean,
You guys became great friends after
after the battle, he convinced me to go to the party after all.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
What if you weren't
because
invited?
I've never been to a party.
No, you convinced me to go to the party.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yes.
I'm a kid. I want a party.
All right.
I'm a Nakma.
Well, it's as good a plan as any.
Last thing.
Good God.
You don't think Octomasades will sell us out, right?
He would never.
I think from what he's said so far, I don't believe he would.
Okay.
Not on purpose. I mean, in ignorance, he may.
So Cormac and I will go inside the attic, sneak into the kids' room, invisibly.
Sneak. Me.
Yep.
With my armor.
You can ride on my back.
Okay.
Can you remove your armor until you get in there and then place it on yourself once you're entrenched?
It'll take 15 minutes.
It's
At
going to
least.
take me
I
more
think
than
that
15
removes
minutes.
the whole purpose of armor.
Well, only to get inside. Once you're
I might
inside,
as well leave it here.
if you wish.
Well, in a situation like this, I might.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to be taking arrows to the chest,
most likely not.
so maybe I just leave it here.
So you two will sneak in to the attic where the child's playroom is, whom we know will not be in attendance. Nakma and I will come through the front door, me dressed as Lord Lucan, you as yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and we will try to gain entrance if possible. If you get into trouble, any of you, there is a elven woman there, and she may be of some service to you. Her name is let me remind myself.
Do you have any cool code phrases she has?
Yes, I do. Let me get you her name first. If I can find it here. Telessa Averin. And in order to elicit help from her, you must speak the passphrase, "The radiant sun is a true splendor."
Do you have a spare set of leather armor in the carriage?
Perhaps. I won't be wearing my armor. You can wear my leather armor.
If you don't mind. It would improve my chances.
Well, let's do that then.
Okay. I doffed.
I doff.
And then I donned.
Yes. And then I'd like to make myself up. If I gotta go into town and buy some stuff to make the costume look even better, then I will. But I want to make sure and add some sort of a flair, to sort of show that I've been wounded in the head. I don't want to just walk in looking dapper, of course. Dapper, but
My
Yeah.
friend Taz.
Yes.
I have this potion of disguise.
Yeah.
that could be useful.
Yes.
I just thought, it's the perfect thing. It will help to allow me to play off the head injury. I must wear a special helm for the evening. I need an hour with yours.
Hmm?
It could help me greatly in the events to come.
Do we have an hour?
I'm sure we have an hour. It's not even nighttime.
You're looking at about 4:30 in the afternoon right now.
And the
Do we know when
party
it's supposed
is
to
this
happen?
evening.
Yes.
I would like to borrow your helm of telepathy for the night.
Be careful with it.
Naturally, my offer. Would Ellent,
Oi! Hi, my lord! How can I help?
I give him a shopping list of clothing to go purchase for me in the city.
Aye, my lord, I shall take care of it. I'll get you the finest threads on this side of the river Aravas.
Oh, can you get me a black cloak? I need to replace the one that's billowing.
Aye, indeed. One black cloak, the most sneakiest of sneaky cloaks. I should make sure it is the most inconspicuous. Anything else, my lords?
Buy something nice for yourself while you're there, my
There
friend.
you go.
Aye, my lord, indeed.
Please treat yourself.
Think I'll buy myself some silver spurs.
That shall be very nice indeed.
I'm
Something
sure
about
the
silver spurs that I've just suddenly taken a liking to.
Is this like a secret
Spurs.
you're dropping about Alan? You guys want to take 5?
Yeah, it's a great time to do it.
5-minute break.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we'll be right back. This is our first 5-minute
5.
break in 3 weeks, guys.
2, 2,
Mm-hmm.
5, back.
So, Bette Midler is a wizard.
Oh, you
Oh my
Not a
god.
wizard.
Get out
That
of here.
abusive platform. Abusive platform.
Well, I'm glad I got that out.
She's obviously a warlock.
Welcome back.
Right?
At Chronicles of the Coast, where we cover the hot topics.
At Hot Topic.
Subscribe to see the behind the scenes
I
argument.
do gotta say that is my favorite Sarah Jessica Parker character.
Every
Yeah, mine
15-year-old
was like the
boy's
only-
favorite.
No, I just
Sarah
thought she did a great job, man. The way she was just all kind of out there.
Wait,
It was awesome.
You know
I
Hocus
liked it.
Pocus?
who does
Yeah, I love
she
that
play
movie.
in Hocus Pocus?
She's one of the witches.
She's one of the witches.
Which one?
The
I can't remember her
blonde
name.
one.
She's
Yeah.
the young.
Yeah, that
she's
makes
not
sense.
Kathleen
Sarah
and Jamie
Jessica
or
Parker
Bette Midler.
one?
She's
Yeah,
just
the
like
forbidden
silly.
one. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it.
It's been a long time before I saw it. Because that came out before Sex and the City, right?
It's like my
Yeah, she was
It's my
pretty.
She
wife's
wasn't-
favorite
she wasn't
movie,
famous
so I
yet.
see it a lot.
Yeah.
No.
I just remember the cat. I was just like, Salem.
Right? No, we watch that movie a lot in our house. That and Halloween Town
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that.
The best Christmas movies.
What do you do?
Like Die Hard.
Well, I've spent the last, hopefully, hour attuning to the Helm of Telepathy. Ellen went shopping for me. Hopefully he's back by now, if it's been an hour.
All right.
I put on my
5:30
black
now.
assassination cloak.
Holocaust clothes.
A Holocaust cloak.
It's been an hour. It's roughly 5:30. You guys spend a modest amount of coin. Let's just say 10 gold.
I can do stuff while I'm attuning. I don't have to just sit there and meditate. Like, I can, like, put on
Eat
my
a sandwich.
costume and stuff, right?
Eat a sandwich.
Let's say for now that you can put on your costume. I feel like you actually have to sit and concentrate on the item, but I'll look that up later. Who cares about that rule right now?
Dress me, Drake.
Screw the rules.
Just kidding.
I pull out the folding mirrors that makes it so there's 3 of them. You know. And then we do a montage. I'm just like, no, not that one. And then finally we show up at the end. We're just like, yes.
The hat makes the man.
Indeed.
And a nice watch.
It's like a giant like wrap to keep your brain in.
Jesse, is
Wow.
Lucan a elf or a human?
Lucan,
Elf.
Lucan had
Okay.
Sun elf.
Gotcha.
brain injury basically.
Oh, that's right.
Bright
Yeah.
blonde platinum hair.
Okay.
So that's my disguise. Bright blonde platinum hair, elf ears, all the good stuff.
We had to like remove a piece of your
Mild
skull
injury.
to relieve
Mild
pressure.
injury.
Idle.
Yeah.
Got it. You are in disguise as Lord Lucan.
They're like in your ear.
Silveran. What do you do?
Cormac, you need to do anything before we go? Any spells, rituals, yada yada?
Sassy.
Dude.
No? Okay. Then I guess you and Drake are on your own trip, and me and Nakma are going to head to the estate together.
Hey, wait. What was the signal for if things go bad besides talking to the elf?
The signal for if things go bad. Oh, my sprite will be with you.
Well, besides that signal.
You tell me. Do you have an idea?
Things go bad. Tell us, and then we'll make a distraction for everybody else, and then you'll have to probably kill the bad guy.
Well,
That's
hopefully,
probably
hear that.
bad. That's when things go bad. If you guys have to fucking kill that guy, then I guess we'll make a distraction and get everybody else out of the house. I mean, that's a worst case scenario.
If
right?
things go bad, I'm going to try to not kill anyone.
Thank
Nakma,
you.
I want to run.
Yes.
I don't want to kill anyone. I want to make it back to the carriage, and we can
don't wanna
just
kill anybody.
get the hell out of here if that's what we have to do.
What about his honor? Like, if he gets caught, like, doing something he's not supposed to be doing, he's gonna lose his
I'm
brand
not. I'm
new.
going to a party. I don't know
Knight
what you're
of
talking
Sunshine.
about. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
If you
Listen.
come with him, you're gonna be his
Wink.
accomplice.
Mooney, you don't plan to fail. You plan to succeed.
You sell a kale.
Plan the party.
So we are going
go.
to plan to succeed, and therefore we will not be surprised when we do. We're going to get in, we're going to get the information we need, and then we're going to get out.
Putting on my best rags right now.
Nakma, let's start combing his hair.
Can you put braids in it.
Okay.
Only on the
Can you
sides.
do
And your
like they
beard.
do in Dragons?
Was it? Did you have studded leather or
Do
standard
you
leather?
have dreads or something?
It's not dreads. They put
12
skeletons inside of them. I guess. I mean, we don't have.
There's no time. Let's go.
Small bones.
Studded leather.
I guess we'll do it while we're walking. I stick like dice and bones and whatever knickknacks I can find into Nakma's hair and weave it in there.
Okay.
One of them is the magic 8-ball.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit!
I don't even know how you managed to braid a ball into
Celtic
his
knot.
hair.
Will do anything. Will hold anything.
Does he know that?
He may.
Does the Drake know all of this intricate knot tying and braid work
Do
to
you?
attach a magic ball the size
they
of my
call this
fist into
the
your hair?
human Celtic knot.
Celtic knot.
Okay.
The magic apple's not in his hair.
Okay, it's not. It falls out and I put it back in my pocket.
It's not.
Nakma, are you ready?
Yeah. Do you want that disguise potion?
To be truthful, you may need it to
I
escape.
have 2.
You have 2?
Yeah.
Alright, then I will take one.
Yeah, because when somebody gave me the other one, I didn't use it.
Can I have the other one?
I don't care.
Well, here, you take it then. If he has 2 and he's keeping one, I'm giving you one. I don't want it.
Okay, Cormac, I guess you're
Alright.
good, right? Yeah, I figured as much.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna be buddies. Remember, always have to hold hands when you're buddies. I put my hand out.
We can do it later.
No.
I dismiss my familiar to the pocket dimension,
Which one?
my sprite.
I pull it away sadly.
It's just finally, I'll be able to get to the secret. Oh no!
And then I will send him invisibly with Mooney and Cormac so that he can be with them.
Hello, White.
Ah, curse you! I almost made it into the secret room.
There's a secret room.
Why did they keep it locked? I didn't get inside.
Where's it at?
It's at the end of the hall, up at the top of the second floor.
From the kids' room. Where would that be?
Oh, underneath.
God, you're really helpful. I take back everything I said about you.
I've never said anything about you.
No, what I said about you.
I know. I've not said anything good about you. Or bad, really. Honestly, my opinions of you are quite neutral.
Is this the
Probably
second
just
floor?
don't talk about me.
That's the second floor.
Okay.
Are we here?
30 minutes later, you were there. And he's like, oh, yes, we are here.
No, Cormac. When I snuck in last time, we were invisible. But there is more guards about.
Yes, there are 4 guards up at the front gate. The gates themselves made out of wrought iron and are closed. They kind of stand at attention. It's a little bit chilly this evening as the sun has begun setting. About 6 o'clock. You're in not twilight era, but they call it the golden hour. It's like the last hour of actual sunlight before it sets on the horizon. And so, as the sun is setting, all of the trees are alight with a brilliant golden hue, and the branches themselves, most of the trees, quite a few evergreens in the area, but most of the trees are just now, at this time of year, growing their first buds for their leaves. 4 of the guards are up at the main gates, and you see that there are also 2 other guards on the inside. Stables is nearby on the side of the house where you see an assortment of carriages. Approximately, you count them over real quick, you see 5 of all different types. You notice that 3 of the 5 are most certainly of Rod Malachian make. Just a style that the Rod Malachians prefer. The lights are on, bottom floor and top floor. Magical lights, dancing lights have been cast upon poles, and you see that they look like tiny little fairies and sprites that dart back and forth in like a never-ending game of tag or chase as they flit about at the top of these poles, illuminating the whole driveway as it kind of winds its way up to the front porch landing. The curtains are all drawn closed, but from the lighting on the inside, you can see shapes of people moving about on the inside. The sound of music can be heard. It's a joyous occasion. It definitely sounds like a party, and it sounds like a fun one. It's quite lively.
So Nakma and I will head up to the front. At some point we separated from these two because I know they have a different approach that they need to take. So I definitely don't want to be seen by the guards with these two.
No.
So
They got out early.
yeah. Did we take the carriage? Is that what we did?
Jeez,
Just ride up on the horse. We can take my horse.
Oh, okay. I can't ride with you. I'm a lord. That would be very weird.
Yeah,
2 horses.
whatever. Yes, it
And
would.
your horse is really recognizable. It'd be weird for me to be
Yes, it
riding
would.
your horse.
Yeah, no.
No, we're just gonna walk up like we got off on a carriage at some point or whatever.
The guards see you approaching and say, "Hold, hold, who goes there?"
This is I, Lord Lucan, and I'm ashamed to admit, the victor of our personal bout and the second runner-up to the joust, Sir Nakma, the newly knighted.
Right, right. What's your business?
We've come to enjoy the festivities this evening as guests of Lord Kemper of Roche.
I don't think that you've been invited to this event.
Indeed, as nobility of this area, we are most certainly invited, my good man.
Seems to me to be a bit off to seemingly invite yourselves, but I shall go and speak to Lord Roche about seeing if that seating for two can be made accommodating. I know that Lord Roche would not wish to extend any insults to a lord of your stature, though tonight's affair is quite a private matter, to my understanding. Please, my lord, a moment of time, and I shall return. He turns to the house. This particular guard was the one on the inside of the gate, by the way. As I forgot to mention, there are 2 guards in front of the gate, 2 guards behind the gate, and the gate is closed. He turns, travels down the gravel driveway of sorts, pathway, and makes his way to the house. Steps inside. You're outside for a little bit. The other guards kind of are here. They look at you and they stop, and one of them's kind of nudging the other and nudges back. Oh there, my lord. I saw your bout.
Yeah.
I had 50 silver on you winning on that first and second bout. Totally believed that you were going to fall in the third. But I still made out like a bandit, I did. I
That's
gotta
nice.
say. Excellent job there.
Thank you.
How long have you been jousting?
That was my first round.
Your first
That
round.
was totally my
Oh.
first round.
Right. Do you feel like it was beginner's luck?
No.
Oh, really?
It was
Must
sheer
have been born in the saddle then, eh? Born in the saddle.
Pure
Right.
skill, I can assure you, my good man.
Pure skill. Right. Me money's on the muscle.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
look at that lad. Boy, howdy.
Yes.
Bet you could bend iron.
Built like a
Sometimes.
brick house, isn't he?
One would say he's built like an ox.
Ooh.
Not among the Minotaurs, you wouldn't,
No,
unless you wish
would
to
not.
lose your head, I can assure you.
Oh,
We'll
well,
let that one slide.
no means of disrespecting you there.
Care for a nip? I know you're on duty, but I pass him a bottle.
What's a
A
nip?
flask.
I don't know what a nip is.
A sip.
A sip.
Have a drink.
Lord Lucan, that's a
Celebration.
interesting dialect. Interesting. Okay. No, none for me tonight. Double shifts today, I'm afraid. And Lord Roche is, very strict.
Are you sure you can't be persuaded?
No, I'm pretty sure. Go ahead and roll a d20.
I'm pretty sure.
Make sure I got my... My bonus stuff.
And he sounds like Lord Lucas, no matter what, because like
He sounds like him no matter what, but if he starts using unusual slang, that's on the player.
Right.
He needs to remember to be in character.
19.
Just like anytime somebody says something during combat, I take that as your character said it, and all the monsters know your plan. A 19 total?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, alright. I don't mean to disrespect. I don't know what that is. What is that?
This is a honey mead.
Oh, interesting. I've only ever enjoyed an ale from time to time. I've something that you elves must be partial to, no doubt.
Anastellian be praised. I picked it up on my travels.
Oh, by Anastellian's light, indeed, and by the light of R'hllor.
Indeed, by the light of R'hllor. And I like do the the signal for R'hllor. I know it.
Guard comes back down the gravel driveway, leaves the house, walks up. Hi, my lord. Welcome to the estate of House Roche. Open the gate. Let in the lord, please. And Sir
Thank you, laddie.
Silvermane.
Sir Silvermane works.
Excellent. Gate unlocks.
Yes.
They open it up. You step inside. The guards kind of like do a little bit of a stand up and one off. They look and minor salute from one of them, and like the other guy, they're kind of nudging armor and they're still pointing over at Nakma.
You're all gentlemen and
Never seen
scholars.
him
I
that
salute
far
you, and I will speak well of your names to Lord Roche.
You move in. You go up to the house. You see that as you get to the front door, there the door itself is closed. There are people on the inside. You give it a gentle knock on the door, and a well-dressed man of half-elf descent comes and opens the door. It's like, oh, good evening. Lord Kemba Roche welcomes you to tonight's festivities. Before I allow you in, I must ask, how many roads have you walked down?
Fuck, what is it?
oh no.
No, I know this. Shit.
What does your character know?
Yeah, what does my character know? Because I
You've
know this,
heard it
but
before.
I've heard it before. I can't remember it personally. It's something along the lines of like I don't want to fuck it up. It's exactly what happened to me before.
It is in the realm of possibility that your character forgot as well.
Okay, so how do we discern what's within the realm of possibility here? Because
Who told it to you?
I've heard it a few different times actually. I have heard it from Averin, and I've also heard it from.
Only if Taz told you.
I've also heard it from
Genesis?
the magistrate. No, not the magistrate. It might have been Saleos actually, who told me. I've heard it twice. I mean, if he has it written down, I told him.
All right, let's see.
I only have it written down because I heard.
Let's see if Balthazar remembers. I'm gonna say roll a history check and beat a 13.
Okay.
The odds are in your favor.
Okay.
Come on, bud.
Okay.
Forever be in your favor.
It's not a hard roll to pass. It's slightly less than medium.
Can you give him a hint at least? I mean, he'd probably figure it out.
Let's see what the roll is. Oh, not 20!
Oh, good lord, yes. The crack.
Very cool.
Stupid
Nice.
dice.
Thank you for saving me, my
Hell
friend.
yes.
Thank you.
You reply, I've walked through the night and into the dawn.
Nice.
Yeah, it is different.
Yeah.
That's different than what you had written down?
Yeah. What I've written down is I've walked all the roads to find the dawn.
Yes, that's what it is.
Just like, I don't have my notes.
I do have my notes. That's what I've written down.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're going through some changes here.
Either way, that was last week's passcode.
One of the guards looks at the other guy and is like, it's an older coat, but it still checks out.
Yeah, right?
I haven't used that code in years.
Oh, God.
Welcome.
Managed the Star Wars reference. Well done.
Welcome to the estate of Lord Roche. And he opens up the door and you step in. And Nakma, Sir Silvermane behind you. And there you see is a dinner table that has already been set. Guests are beginning to sit. At the end of the table on one side is Octomasades. At the end of the table on the other side is Kemper of House Roche. And you see all of these different guests. They're all dressed very well, very nobly. There are elves, there are half-elves, there is quite a few humans here as well. You see even a halfling and an islander halfling, as well as a dryad. There's a dryad sitting in here, strangely, but indeed, it is most certainly a dryad.
Okay.
I
Do they
lean
wear
in.
clothes?
They don't.
I lean into Nakma and I'm like, if there's more than one utensil, start at the outside and work your way in. Make your fingers like this.
Boy.
If it's a B, it's for the knife is for the bread. If it's a D, it's for the dessert.
Okay.
Trust me.
Gotcha.
Oh, Lord Silvermane, might I inquire as to this most unorthodox event of your arrival? I was not expecting a lord of your stature to join us in our simple night of festivities.
Well, my good man of Roche, I have heard great things about you and your brothers, shall we say?
Indeed, indeed.
And I wish to learn more, as it were, and enjoy in the festivities as well. And I have brought my young friend with me here to learn a bit of high culture, as he has distinguished himself among the tilts.
Distinguished himself.
Indeed.
Is that how you describe it when you, pardon my rudeness, giving your own outcome, but is distinguished when you eat the dirt at the feet of your horse?
It's true that he did fall in the 4th round.
Not before besting you.
Yes, well, you know, when it comes to humility, we elves are in the know, as you say. Am I right? I jest, surely, but I do not joust, as was evidenced.
Not well, at least.
Not well, at
Not
least.
well enough.
Right.
What a jerk.
Oh, you know. You can tell the caliber of a man by the people he associates himself with. And as I can see, your caliber is high, Lord Kemper.
Indeed. If you had not seen or recognized, this is Sir Lord General Octomasades of the nation of Kelgora, from the famed city of Kelmoira, a distinguished champion of his people, as well as tonight's honored guest. Octomasades, he's sitting there and just basically doinking around with the silverware, pushing stuff around. Greetings, Lord.
Greetings.
I am Octomasades. My reputation precedes me, no doubt.
May the blessings of the Kazuls shine on you, General Octomasades.
Well, a man of learned culture, you know of our politics.
Some. I have made a small study of the politics of Kelgora.
Politics bore me.
A general such as yourself is a man of action, no doubt, as you evidenced in the tilts. Well done. I congratulate you on your win.
Thank you. I wish that I had the pleasure of jousting against you myself. Perhaps fate would have smiled upon you and you would have unhorsed me.
Perhaps, although I have much to learn when it comes to the joust, as you can see.
Interesting. That is strange for you to say so. Perhaps the elven culture is a bit different than ours. Your lifespan's so long. Compared to ours, why, one would think with your hundreds of years of jousting that you would have mastered more techniques, but again,
Oh, wow.
apples to oranges,
Yes, well,
dragons to elves.
dragons to elves, indeed. Dragons to elves. my
Please,
friend.
Lord, have a seat. You are indeed welcome here at this table. I had no idea that we had so many mutual acquaintances. Allow the jests to be put aside and let us discuss more important matters. I am indeed looking for a champion, and Lord Silvermane, as it were, perhaps, why, if I have one fine jouster, perhaps I could include another in my ranks. And yourself, Lord Lucan, you are indeed an accomplished jouster. You have championships under your belts as well.
This is
Make no false intention of my jesting. Merely playing at the unfortunate turn of events for today in your joust. As it were. Shall we sit down? Enjoy the meal. We are having a fine, fresh spring salad for the first course, and after that we will be dining on the most exquisite of trout that has been soaked in a marinade of aged soy, as well as spices. And I had, in fact, Lord Silvermane, you
Yes.
might appreciate this. I actually had peppers imported from the land of Minthios.
Oh my.
Yes, Cheyenne peppers. Part of the marinade
Delicious.
for the trout.
I can't wait.
That sounds exquisite, my Lord Kemper.
I spared no
Does,
expense for
Lord.
tonight's festivities.
Your
How is
man-
your head?
'Tis a bit foggy, I must admit. I am wounded. My physician recommended that I stay home for the evening, but I will not be left out of such a grand event as this, as you can see.
Indeed. For the order, it is of great importance that we attend such things.
Absolutely. And the order that you speak of
Oh,
fares well,
let's-
I presume.
Let us not speak of such things.
Not at dinner, of course.
No.
Mere pleasantries.
This order, I wish to hear more about it, Lord Roche. Well, truth be told, I had hoped that you might join us, Lord Artemisades, though I don't wish to give you all of the details at dinner. In Rodmalak, it is ill custom to speak business when your mouth should be filled with such sweeter tastes.
And sweet it is, as I begin eating the spring salad and, sampling it, trying to sort of push the conversation past the awkward moment.
Dinner continues on for a little while. They bring out several courses, each one more expensive looking than the last. Artemisades really just kind of like toys at his food, pokes at it, eats almost none of it, seems very bored with the entire situation, and only really gets excited or perks his interest up when somebody turns the conversation to himself. As for the rest of you, I mean, what are you doing during this entire time?
Are there any other emissaries from Rodmalak?
There are, as you can see, that there are people from around the general area. There are Rodmalakians here. Half of the table itself is human, who you suspect might be apprenticed wizards of some sort, perhaps magic casters. The place does have a feel for magic to it, but
Does everybody at the table seem inviting? Am I catching any like cross glaze eyes?
people?
Just anybody side-eye Nakma, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're like backhanded comments.
There's. Give me an insight check. What's your passive insight? It actually is what I want.
13.
A 13.
Mm-hmm.
You do pick up on the occasional thing, a little bit about like minotaurs and bizarre customs. Is it true that you people don't understand ownership? I mean, like your dinner fork.
Most of them, yes, very true. In Mintios, most of the Minotaur do not believe in ownership.
So,
But the small village that I come from, of Al Raja, in the southern part of Mintios, is different. We are a small village of merchant Minotaur, seafaring Minotaur, looking to trade and open relations with other countries.
and what would creatures like yourselves have to trade from such a barren, desolate land?
What do you trade?
I trade in fine wines.
You see these chilies? There you go. They came from Mintios.
Oh,
And the greatest export of all, soldiers.
indeed. Your people are mercenaries?
Some are. Some seek high adventure, but a lot just want to be left alone.
You do not feel that most of your people, do you feel like they would rally to a cause if you called them to action? I mean, a distinguished knight as yourself, does your title hold any honor among your people?
That is yet to be known. I haven't been home in many months. And this is new. My position is new to me.
So,
And
it sounds like they don't
I would like to
understand
go
these.
home with this honor.
Yes. Who wouldn't want to be unrecognized in their field?
Yeah.
Do I see
Unrecognized.
Lady Averin anywhere?
She's the bard.
She's the bard.
She's the bard playing the music currently. She sits on a chair towards a fireplace and strings at a harp.
At some point during one of the courses, I ask if I may be directed to the chamber room to use the facilities.
This dinner goes on for a while. What are you doing?
We're waiting outside.
Waiting outside.
What do you want to do?
I thought we'd sneak in.
We're sneaking in?
Yeah.
Visibly?
Do you want to go invisible? I got rope. It stayed invisible last time.
I'm not
I
very
mean, I
good
could-
at stealth.
You're not good at climbing?
I can climb okay.
It doesn't look like there's people outside from what I can tell.
You lead the way.
4 guards at the gates.
If
2
I need
guards.
to disappear at some point, I can.
Hey, was it made of hedgerows between the two houses?
The gate itself goes all the way around. The
Like a
fence.
wrought iron fence?
Yeah, but that's flanked by hedges on both sides of that.
What's the house next door look like?
Similar.
Is it just like closed down, like lights off?
No, it's a house. It's a residence. These are nice houses. The entire street itself is all occupied.
Are there guards?
Next door?
Mhm.
Yes.
Are there like a lot of guards?
2, 3. There's 3 less than here, and so far you see 6 on the outside of here.
Okay. And what was to the back of the house? More
back of-
houses, right?
The back of the house itself, yes, there was another estate further back.
And it wasn't like any less of quality of this, right?
No,
Are all the other estates like tree houses because they're elves?
this particular area here is dominated mostly by humans.
Okay. So
Also, among the Sun Elves, having a house in a tree is very quaint and unusual.
I saw bars that had like kegs from tree branches. That's why I'm wondering. Anyway.
What elf establishment?
If you can make us invisible, I can hopefully get us in. It won't be too hard, but can you climb? No?
Yes, I can climb.
We can go from the other estates and then move in from the outside.
I'll
It'll be a
follow
lot
your
easier
lead.
because there'll be less guards in the other estates, but
go.
Yeah. Let's
Sure.
do that. Let's try that. We'll sneak
Okay.
into the house next door. If anything's wrong, we'll be like, oh, sorry, maintenance man.
Do you have any string or rope?
Mhm.
Twine?
Yeah.
Perhaps we should put maybe 10, 15 feet between us and hold on to the other ends so we don't lose each other.
Oh, you want to wrap it around?
No, we can just hold on to it. It's fine. We just need to make sure we don't separate too far.
Okay. I pull out my 50 feet of hempen rope.
Fantastic. I'll take one half. Or an end.
We're not doing this in front of the street, right? We're kind of like in an alley right now.
There's no alley.
I can say zim zim alabim and we
Yeah, there you
Gone.
go. Zim, zim,
And
zim.
gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to this yet.
The pain.
Okay, we're invisible. Where do you want to go?
Let's go through the house next door, and then we'll come through the gate on the side after we walk through their backyard.
Excellent. Lead on.
Okay. I walk to the far left side of the house next door, to the edge of their estate, and I will place the rope and ladder up against the wall, and the two of us will climb over into their backyard and go around the outside of their estate, and then go to the edge of the hedgerow to the next door house, put our rope and ladder against it again, and then climb up that one. And if there's any guards in the way, then we'll wait for them to go by. Afterwards, we'll sneak up onto the roof using my hempen rope.
7 or 8 minutes later, give me a stealth check.
Okay? Both of us?
Yes.
Alright.
Do we have advantage because we're invisible?
I don't remember.
Oh my god.
Gonna need it.
I saw that.
Please say yes. Please
Like,
the
whoop.
fuck say yes.
No,
Okie dokie.
it just means that you automatically pass your stealth based on sight, but you don't pass your stealth based on sound.
This is a group check, right?
I hope so.
It is
Why
a group
would you
check
get?
between two people.
26.
26? Okay.
Okay, so if we average the two out, it's 13, okay? No,
one.
I got
beautiful.
a 3.
So, you climb over the first of these gates. And then you get into the yard of the neighbors. And you're walking through there, and you're kind of avoiding the guards. And as you are putting your ladder on the other one, Mooney, you hop over, and as Cormac comes from the other side and is trying to climb the fence, you lose your footing a little bit, and your foot slips into the bushes, and you hear the sound of a large branch cracks and makes a loud noise. And the two of you quickly...
Does
you
he
know what?
stay where he's at? And since I'm on the other side, I wait for the guards to show up?
Well, you get to the other side, and he gets down. You know what, though, is because you leave your ladder out and behind and away from you, it itself turns visible.
No, it's invisible because it was on us.
It doesn't stay invisible forever. It's an item. Once you leave an item behind, it becomes visible.
Well, I wouldn't leave it behind.
You have to leave it behind to let him climb up and over.
I literally have magic slippers. I can walk back up them and then grab them and then walk back down.
Holding onto the ladder the entire time.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Cormac explains to me the subtleties of magic and all of its stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just hang on to this the whole time. and
Anything
then
that you
climb
lose
down.
touch with loses the enchantment.
Okay, I guess I'll just keep my hand on it at all
That's a
times.
pretty smart move there, yes.
Thank you, Cormac. And our conversation is so loud that some guards hear us.
I thought I heard something over there by the bushes. And they start coming over, looking around.
Cormac, don't move.
Their vision is based on sight.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
No. Not sight.
They see us.
Dirty sight.
Give me one more stealth check.
Oh,
Both of you.
Come on.
It can't get any worse.
No, it can't.
So,
Whose plan was this to make the wizard go stealth?
Dice giveth and dice taketh away.
6.
Come on.
Ugh. 16.
I love it. This is what makes D&D
Hi.
fun.
Hi. I know someone's there.
Oh my god. They are superstitious.
I died of the dragon scale fever. Join us.
Wait, what?
Come
You said he
join
died
us.
You said he died of the dragon scale fever. I heard what he said. I don't understand how he died of a mild rash. Well, I don't know. Right, dragon scale fever. It's what you get from wearing your boots too often and not washing.
We go. As they're arguing, we go.
Hey, footprints! You're invisible. Roll initiative.
Ghost. All right.
Actually, 950. I think we'll pick it up there next week. Okay.
Are they at least a little superstitious?
Don't you have like performance you could do?
Yeah, I do. I do have performance.
Okay,
I would
well-
love to make a performance check.
We'll roll for that next week.
Remember that.
Good game, everyone.
Cool,
It was
that's a good
great.
No, that was really fun. That was awesome. Well,
That's a good spot.
Merry Christmas or
Till
Happy
next
Holidays
time.
to everybody.
Yes. Happy Christmas, Merry Yule.
I already did Yule, so I keep driving around thinking, like, why don't people take their lights down? It's over.
Yeah, why isn't this over?
But it's not over.
I didn't
not
celebrate Yule this year. It just kind of crept up on me. Everything was moving so fast. We didn't get a chance to celebrate it, unfortunately.
That's why you have to support Festivus!
Yay!
It's the holiday for the rest of us!
Was that like December 28th or something?
No, it's all year.
Oh, all year.
Every day.
That's called life. What are you talking
it's
about?
every day. I already got the Festivus pull out.
Nice.
I never take it down. It's just a tetherball cord afterwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On that note, good night, everybody.
Good night!
Right.
Good night, everybody.
Next week. Later. Thanks for coming.
Did you guys like my ghost idea?
It was an